Hi everyone, I'm Russell Ray, Editor-in-Chief of Power Engineering Magazine and Chairman of PowerGen International. We are here at PowerGen International 2017 in Las Vegas. The name of the game in power generation today is efficiency. That's squeezing the most output from the same amount of fuel. Here to talk to me today about this innovative technology that can do just that is the team of executives at Powerphase. Joining me now is Bob Kraft, President and CEO of Powerphase. Next to him is Bob McGrath, a director at Powerphase, and next to Bob is Steve Quisenberry, Chief Operating Officer of Powerphase. Bob, let's start with a big announcement that was made this morning, a significant investment from Xcel Energy. What does this mean to Powerphase and its innovative technology?
So the big innovation and the big advancement with Xcel for us is the recognition that this power augmentation system and the flexibility that it offers a different dimension to the efficiency that you mentioned, trying to squeeze the most out of every ounce of fuel. And the operational flexibility that you get with this system is leapfrogs the efficiency gains that you get just on upgrading and improving the actual gas turbine itself. So it's really a fleet optimization, operability that the utilities can take advantage of. So we're really excited that they see that.
What was the motivation, you think? Why do you think Xcel made this investment in this specific technology?
So it's all about emission savings, it's about fuel savings, it's about putting the best equipment on the ground, basically to maximize the efficiency and fuel savings.
Yeah. How does the Turbophase technology, the Turbophase product, fit within Xcel's fleet of generation assets?
Yeah, so this product, it works on every gas turbine on the planet, but it especially works well on combined cycle plants. We make incremental power at combined cycle efficiency, and this unique flexibility that it offers and the speed that it can be coming on to support renewables and so forth gives it this different dimension of basically the fleet optimized efficiency, which again, like I said, it really kind of leapfrogs the efficiency gain you get on just the gas turbine itself. So they have a nice fleet of combined cycle plants, and our system works really well on this.
Very good. Bob McGrath, tell us a little bit about your background and how you got connected with this company, Powerphase.
Well, they're in our backyard. I worked for NextEra Energy at the time, and I was just about ready to retire, actually. We knew Bob, actually. We knew him probably better than he knew we knew him, because we kept tabs on PSM when he originally founded and built PSM. So when he was starting something different, we had to keep track of it. And once I retired, he asked me to see if I could help them, move forward. And so it looked like a good fit.
What kind of synergies do you see between you and Powerphase? What kind of synergies do you see between
Well, I was responsible for procurement of about $22 billion of equipment over the last 10 years to build and construct power plants. So, I know the OEMs very well. So that really works well for us because, we have people we can talk to at senior levels to try to really educate the OEMs, because we really want to work with the OEM. So that's definitely one synergy. The other thing is that I've been through the development process, at NextEra for a long time, and that's essentially what this is. We have to develop customers and then provide, something to them and help them figure out how to use it in the most constructive way. So, I've done that too.
There are a lot of power producers that would be interested in this innovation. How do you think utilities can benefit from Powerphase products and technologies?
Well, and what Bob was talking to, there's so much optionality if you put in a Powerphase unit into a utility grid system. So first you can just start with the fact they can get additional power, so that at a very reasonable, very economical cost point, right? Then they have efficiency along with that. So if you just look at it from the unit standpoint, they can get benefits there. Then you go to the next step, right? Which is what other optionality does it give you in a grid system? So they could potentially very easily turn off a unit that's not operating efficiently, but they need there for support of that system, turn that unit off and ramp up Powerphase units across their system as they need it, quick, efficient, and much cheaper to operate. Okay, so that's really the big benefit in a networked system. But it works really well on a single unit as well.
Let's move on to Steve. Steve, can you tell us a little bit about your background and your experience that you had at PSM?
Sure. I'm a design engineer by background, mechanical engineer by education.
Yeah.
Started my career at Pratt & Whitney, military aerospace on the flight test side. First flight test of the F-22 aircraft back in the late 90s.
Wow.
And joined Bob over at PSM in 2004. And went through as we built up the low emissions combustion systems, the sub 5 ppm combustors that Bob and team created. Went through the manufacturing of that, the development of our customer service division through our long-term service agreement business, and ultimately into running the Alstom Middle East rollout of the PSM assets. Yeah. So I spent 10 years at PSM. Bob presented me with a great opportunity to join the team over here. Yeah. I spent 6 months looking at the product before I joined the team and to see if I could find a flaw in it. And it is dramatically simple. And honestly, I couldn't. There are so many benefits to the application of the product. We're excited about where the next couple years are taking us.
What excites you? What excites you the most about working at Powerphase?
Oh, the team. It's 100% about the team that's being built around everybody. The product is great. The innovation, the entrepreneurship of the company is wonderful. But we've built a world-class team of executives on our board level down to our field service engineers all over the globe.
Well, the vision sounds very solid. What do you see for this company, for Powerphase in 2018? What do you see in your crystal ball?
Sure. So our focus is on the operational excellence of the company and getting the deployment of the modules out, running flawlessly for the customers, getting that in the first utility install in the U.S. Yeah. Our first Southeast Asia install just went commercial 2 months ago. First utility installation in Southeast Asia is part of our Indonesian MOU that we signed a few months back. South America first installs are ongoing. So it's really a series of firsts. 2018 is just a year of firsts and making sure that we have the right team and equipment and people in place to make sure the customers have a wonderful experience with it.
Mr. Kraft, I asked this question to Mr. McGrath earlier. I'll ask you the same question. What benefits do you see for utilities in using Powerphase products and systems?
It's ratepayer reduction. It's the fuel savings passes right to the ratepayers. Gives them this, like I said, a real flexible operation characteristics, not only on just operating on the gas turbine, but the whole fleet. Yeah. And along with that, naturally comes CO2 savings. So it's emissions and ratepayer reduction.
Tell us about this big blue monster behind us, the Turbophase module behind us.
Small little blue box?
Yeah, and some of the benefits on aeroderivatives.
So this actually is designed for a LM6000 unit. And we're expecting about 5 megawatts of incremental power and a 5% efficiency improvement on simple cycle on the unit. So 5 megawatts, 5%, that's a bigger efficiency improvement than by almost an order of magnitude that you can find anywhere else.
Yeah. All right, let's turn back to Mr. McGrath. Mr. McGrath, in what ways could OEMs and Powerphase work together? I think you addressed this question slightly earlier.
I did touch on it, but I think we can work better together. Bottom line is that we can really complement what the OEM does out there in the field. They're offering upgrades. They're working within the turbine to get better efficiency and improve the units. This is actually separate from that. It can be a separate offering because we're injecting air in. We're not going inside a turbine and having to make improvements. It's just add the air. So working in conjunction with them, both their uprates and our units really do work together. So it really is, it's finding the right application that they want to work together with.
How would OEMs actually benefit from a partnership with PowerPhase?
Well, they have a ton of customers, and we see them, that's why you saw all this interest here, right? They have a ton of customers that need efficiency and capacity, and they only have limited tools, and there's limited things they can do with that turbine equipment they have.
Yeah.
This is an add-on that they don't have the availability of. So if a customer needs additional capacity, they can work with us, we can jointly offer it to them, and it's a joint offering.
Yeah. If PowerPhase meets all its expectations for its customers and its investors over the next 5 years, what do you think that would look like?
Well, if you once the OEMs and us finally hook up like we started to now with Pratt Whitney Services and Mitsubishi, once you get that through GE and Siemens, you're going to see PowerPhase units all across the world because the technology is needed and the capacity is needed, and it's a cheapest way they can put capacity in. So in 5 years, I expect that you're going to see even new units potentially integrating in the PowerPhase intellectual property into the new units to improve efficiency of even new units. So 5 years out, it's huge. There's a lot of application, a lot of units in the ground already.
Well, gentlemen, you have been very gracious with your time. It's a fascinating technology. We're very interested, and we look forward to seeing all the results of your hard work. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.